Hello, this video will provide students with an overview of how to use Proctorio for proctoring exams in their D2L. Proctorio is a program that lives inside of D2L that will make a video recording as you take your exam. In order to use Proctorio, the students will have to have a webcam on their computer, speakers on their computer, a government or school ID to show. They'll also need to download and use the Chrome browser. Within the Chrome browser, they will be asked to download and install the Proctorio extension, and there'll be steps of how to do that later on in this video. In order to take the quiz using Proctorio, the student will first need to log into their D2L course. Now, when they go to take the exam by going to quizzes and choosing on the name of the exam, which will have remotely proctored beside it, if they do not have the Chrome extension set up, or if they're not using Google Chrome, they will see a message. Notice that the exam is calling for a password. So if the student sees this, then that is a telltale sign that they're not using Google Chrome and or the extension. So in this case, I am in Google Chrome, but I have not downloaded the Chrome extension. So in order to do that as a student, I need to go to the content area. And just like with the faculty member, I need to go to the area where we have placed the external learning tool for us to be able to download that Chrome extension. So for me, I put it in the content area in the syllabus module or the Start Here module. So I'll come down, I'll choose Secure Exam Proctor. And then it's going to notify me if I'm using Google Chrome, which I am, and then I'm going to be prompted to install the Proctorio Chrome extension. So I just choose Get Proctorio and install it. I won't have to do this again. I only have to do it the first time that I use Proctorio on my computer. So once I install that extension, I'll just choose to add it to Chrome, and then I'll be able to take my exam as normal. But again, the telltale sign is that it is requiring a password, which is a sign that the extension is not in place. So now that the extension is in place, when I go to quizzes and I click on the name of the quiz, notice I will not see the area for me to add in a password. I'm able to just start the quiz. So I'll choose Start Quiz, and then it's going to give me some information about the testing environment. So it's going to tell me what I can and cannot do during the exam. It's also going to tell me any error messages that I might have in regards to it. Might say something about having an extra window open that I need to close, having music playing in the background that I need to close, anything in that regard. So in this case, it's telling me that my CPU processing power is low, but it's not, I can still be able to take the exam. So I'll start the exam pre-checks. It's going to check my webcam, my microphone, my connection, and my desktop. So again, in this case, I'm just going to follow through the prompts. I'm going to allow it to use my camera. I'm then also going to allow it to use my microphone. It's going to check my connection as well as my desktop. Then it's going to allow me to share my screen. So I just want to click this and choose Share. And then now I'm about to begin my exam. So notice it's going to tell me that I need to use the restroom, get water, do all of that kind of stuff before I begin my exam. I also want to make sure that my image is right in the middle of the camera. Then I'm going to choose Next. Then I'm going to choose to show my identification card. So I have my Gordon ID card, so I'm just going to hold it up to the camera, try to get it as much as you can in between the green lines. and then click here to scan it. All right. Now it's going to test my webcam. So I just want to make sure that I am seeing my camera. So if I'm able to see the images of myself, then I'm good to go. Now I'm doing the room scan. And what I'm going to be asked to do here is just scan the room to make sure that there isn't any materials or any other people in the room that I shouldn't have available during my exam. So after all of this, they're able to see my webcam and all of this information. I may begin the exam now. So it's going to take me into my exam as normal. It's going to load my exam. And then I just want to take my exam as normal. Notice that here in the top corner are the quizzes tools area. You just want to leave this information alone. You just want to leave it as is at this point. You don't want to really change any of these tools. You can choose to hide your video if you really just don't want to see yourself while you're testing. You can hide your video if you want to. But just leave this quizzing area alone. And then now, as normal, I want to start my room scan. So I'm just going to start my scan. And I'm just going to scan my room to show what's going on. Then choose done. And then now I'm able to take my exam. So I just simply click on the exam as normal, answering all of the questions. Again, leaving this alone as much as you can. Once you submit your exam, you'll notice that the webcam goes away as well as the screen sharing piece goes away. So at this point, we are finished with our exam, and so we're able to choose done and then continue on with completing our online course.